Alrighty then, good morning and welcome to our first episode of Pathfinder 2nd Edition's Tyrant's Grasp, an originally first edition adventure that we are publishing and making into a, well, not publishing, but we're making it into a second edition campaign. Joining me today are my wonderful and amazing Patreons who support the channel, keep the lights on, and do all the cool and wonderful and amazing stuff. Guys, say hello to the folks at home.
Good morning.
Hello.
Yay! Oh, I'm so keen and so excited. New campaign energy is always fantastic. Family IT has pointed it out as well. Now, we did have a hype train while my back was turned because that's how this apparently works. So yes, we do have a reward for our heroes, and we have 3 of those rewards. So let's go out and say that for our hype train, for each level of the hype train that we managed to complete, I'm going to provide each player with a specialist toolkit. So that means each player is going to have a specialist toolkit. Now, the specialist toolkit will have 3 charges in it. Okay, you don't need to name what that speciality is. If it's thieves tools, great, fantastic. You have 3 thieves tools that will break after 3 uses. If you want to do a climbing kit, it'll be a climbing kit that'll break after 3 uses. If it's a swimming kit, we'll make you a swimming kit. Whatever the case is, it is a kit specializing in a single activity that when used with all of your stuff will give you a bonus, plus provide you with a small amount of material components. Like, for example, you would find rope in a climbing kit. You might find a piece of like plastic, or well, whatever you call it, like a bendable reed, for example, for a thieves kit. Whatever the case is, you can find items and objects there. So each of you have 3, so take your time with that, enjoy, and yeah, that's what we have. Now that that's out of the way, guys, let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing here today. So as you guys know, we play campaigns, we do role-playing games, we have fun, and we are about to meet a bunch of new characters. Now, if you're wondering where everything is and how everything's going, we do have a Session 0, which we did publish on our Patreon. Now, it's available to all tiers, so even if you only donate for like $1 for a day or whatever, you can still watch the whole video and stuff. It basically just covers meeting Logres, Rees, Karen, and Threna, as well as a little bit about the town of Rosla's Coffer, where they came from. This is sort of like a cold open for today. Unfortunately, Ulfgren and Satori weren't able to join us for the Session 0, so we're just going in, again, cold open with those characters. But hopefully we'll learn more about them as we go through the games. There we go. Now, before we start, we have some people to thank. We have, of course, our sponsors. We have Hero Forge for the wonderful art, Sirenscape for the beautiful sound effects, and, of course, Fantasy Grounds for our virtual tabletop, which we all gather around to play from all over the internet. Joining me today, we have, of course, the wonderful and amazing Matt from All Things Fantasy, playing the role of Logres.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good.
Following which we have Reese, played by the ever wonderful and ever amazing Laura Bones.
Good evening.
Then, of course, playing the elderly dwarven couple of Cairn and Threna, we have the indomitable Twiff and Aya Janasi. Hi, guys.
Hello.
I presume that was a hello of some kind. Good, excellent. And last but not least, we have... Well, not last but not least, what am I saying? But then we have, playing the role of Ulfgren, the dwarf, we have our dear friend, Lucas, a.k.a. Mr. Game and Art.
Hello.
And now, last but not least, we have, playing the role of Satori, the person who definitely respects the dead. We have been played by our dear friend Callie.
Yes, hello.
All right, there you go. So we have this crazy cool group of characters. Now I have a goal. I have a thing in mind here. Okay, you guys ready for this? Okay. I want this to be the first campaign in almost a decade, right? In which every single character we start this game with, we finish this game with. Okay, that's 6 books. Okay, don't fucking die, don't retire. Just every single character stay happy and stay alive, okay? That's the only goal, okay? If anyone has any problems, you say it now. They say it now. It's like if you're like, oh, I mean, I'm not really feeling the idea of playing a dwarf.
Well, no, I have a problem with chat, you know, just burning desire and need and frothing at the mouth to kill us on a weekly basis.
That's fair.
So
that's fair. You know, so chat.
whilst we will all attempt to stay alive, chat is going to have to do their part.
That's true. Chat, please do your part. Keep my players alive, okay? We're gonna do this. We're gonna monitor this the same way we monitor Schoolie's, like view streak, right? We're gonna make sure, like day one, like days without character death. Okay, we're gonna have start at 0. We're gonna keep that number equal to whatever episode we're in. Okay, that's where we're going. All right, we do, however, have a wonderful donation from the incredible Schoolie. Since I set a personal standard at the start of No Place Like Home, that's a plot twist for each person on the table. 6 for the players and 1 for the DM. Awesome. Gracias, senor. And speaking of donations and the like, we do have a series of donations which are available, which are here. They do stuff like support the channel, help us keep the lights on, do a bunch of really, really cool stuff. They mostly pay for my subscriptions and things like that. So, they're important things. But let me I need to adjust this because I did not remember to do that. There we go. Haha. Done and done. Okay. But I don't want it covering Matt's screen. Matt's over there. Behave. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. So yes, we have a number of ways for you guys to influence the game while we play because I get bored, like sitting and watching live plays. How lame is it when you just get to sit there and watch other people have fun? Well, not on Dag's channel, baby. That's right, we are going to be inviting you guys to have a bit of fun and play alongside us. We have a number of different monetary donations that you guys can do, which we'll talk about in a moment. But for those of you who just want to play around and have fun, we have a number of channel point donations, which you guys can just get from watching the show. We have Inspiration, Wandering Monsters, Wandering Bosses, Divine Intervention, Divine Healing, Insight bonuses. All these cool things are at the touch of a button. So just watch our shows, and if you're subscribed, you earn channel points a little bit quicker. And after the hype train, a lot of you should be subscribed, so enjoy those things. We then also have the monetary. What are you doing, Satori? My bad.
I was trying to change the name and I was clicking in the box.
Well, now you've got my attention. Let me read what you've had to say in Satori's voice, mind you. My bad. Trying to change the name and casting instead.
Yeah, because Sooth kept popping up. I had to change the name. I forgot to do that before.
But you see the irony of like a small note coming down here and a big flashing text box flying up here going like, yeah.
Indeed.
It's like, I don't want to distract everyone, but apologies for me casting these spells. Would you like me to give you an overnight rest so that you guys can have those spells back? Would that make your life easier?
No, I got it. I figured it.
You sure? I don't mind. It's like just a touch of a button right here. It's like
I mean, if you want, I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, there you go. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'll do the donations in a second. I just need to. There you go. You have now. Party is taking an overnight rest. So there you go. You've got that too. You good?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. Stellar. I'm glad I could be of assistance. I'm a real DM when I stop everything I'm doing in order to cater to my players' needs. That's the kind of man I am. Okay?
Hey, just so you know, you have to hit the little pencil that says edit list.
You're a little pencil.
Before you, yeah. Me, not you. That's what I did wrong, in case anyone was wondering.
Yep, fair. Sorry, I thought you were calling me a little pencil, and I just don't stand for that.
I
Okay,
mean,
anyway.
I am.
So anyway, in addition to channel point stuff, we have monetary donations, which of course go towards the DAG Survival Check. The DAG Survival Check, as we've already said, is stuff to keep the lights on here. We are at 34%, which is absolutely incredible. So thank you to everyone who has helped us get this far already in the month. It is the 8th of the month, so hey, like we're freaking doing great. So thank you so much. And IT, thank you so much for your donation as well. We have 5 Jinx points for Dag and a hero point for Reese, which I'll do in just a moment. But let's talk about hero points, seeing as we're here. For $5, you can donate to give a hero point or a. Oh no, did I? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, hold on, wait. I have to reset these. There we go. Okay. All right, hero points can be used to stave off death, petition the DM for stuff that isn't in the rules, or roll with advantage. Hero points have saved my players bacon on so many occasions. So yeah, if you want to join in on that, then yeah, consider donating a hero point. But if you feel like causing a bit of mischief, then you can donate for one of these little purple marks here. These are Jinx points. Jinx points can be used to counter hero points, make bad guys roll with advantage, and complicate things ever so slightly. For $10, I will draw from the deck of plot twists, or I will roll randomly from a table of random assorted events and things. So yeah, this one's more like a narrative plot twist kind of bonus. This is kind of more like a random something immediately happens kind of thing. So yeah, $10. I'll add something to the story. And yeah, now I think Schoolie I donated for 7 of these bad boys. So let's do that real quick before we move on. All right, let's see. Number 1, we have a rebellious youth. Rebellious youth. Okay, cool. Number 2, we have that old chestnut, which is an old saying or an old phrase. Okay, I like that. We then have a hilarious memory. Okay, getting some new ones today. All right, hilarious memory. Then we have switching sides. Interesting, switching sides. That's a toughie. We then have arch enemy. Yeah, it almost writes itself there. So that was number 5, arch enemy. We then have the worst day ever. Worst day ever. Okay, and last but not least, here we go. We have wrath. Okay. Whew, that's a lot of plot twists. Jesus Christ. Okay. Gonna really challenge me on these. So those numbers, those plot twists again. We have wrath. We have arch enemy. We have switch sides. We have hilarious memory. We have that old chestnut, and we have rebellious youth. And lastly, we have the worst day ever. So there we go. That is our myriad of plot twists. All right, fun times. Okay. Well, they are in front of me, and I will work on those. So here we go. We also have a $10 donation from Votaria for either a plot twist or a roll on the table. You know what? Let's do another one of these. Why not? We're already at 7. Let's go to 8. Yeah. What do we have? Oh, that's kind of sad. All right. Well, we have lost loved one. A lost loved one. You know what? I have certain circumstances which don't make me want to do that one right now, so I am going to change that one up. I will do instead heirloom. Okay, that's a cool one. I like that one. All right, heirloom it is, baby. Okay, there we go. Why did the card do that? I don't know, man. I don't know. I just work here. Okay. So there we go. We have eight plot twists to get through. So speaking of which, let's continue to get through this. So we had our plot twist and our roleplay stuff. We then have our $20 donation for the coveted golden natural 20 because sometimes shit just needs to work, and a nat 20 is how we get shit done. $50 we have our boss buff and our harrow draw. So harrow draw is of course our fortune telling draw, where we draw from our fortune telling deck. We read out the prophecy, and if our heroes fulfill that prophecy or reject the prophecy directly, they will get a secret fighting art, a boon, or a magic item. And at this point, you know what? I'm going to say this. Because these have been so rare to happen, and I want these to be attractive to my audience members as well as my players to, like, you know, want to get, I'm going to change these up a tiny bit. It is going to be a secret fighting art, a magic item, and a boon. You will get all three for dealing with the prophecies on these harrow cards now. That's how I'm going to do that one. You know, like, as for the bonus 1d4, we're going to scrub that. You know, no bonuses, just the prophecy, and if you fulfill the prophecy, you get a magic item, a secret fighting art, and a boon, which I think is a fair trade-off on that one. So there you go. That's the power. We also have the boss buff, which of course increases the difficulty of the fight that the group is facing, making the boss harder, more difficult, changing the parameters of victory, maybe altering the terrain, whatever. Whole bunch of different ways of making shit harder, because that's what we do. And lastly, we have the secret menu item. Secret menu item for today shall be... Ooh, I got a good one. All right, very well. I will provide this group a version of Murray from the Curse of Strahd campaign. Now, it won't be Murray specifically, but there is an opportunity for our heroes to find someone or something that could potentially serve as a bit of an insight as well as companion to our group, to travel with them in the like. It will, of course, you know, follow the same tropes and follow the same amounts of, you know, sort of, you know, interaction and stuff. It will not be a DMPC, so bear in mind it'll technically not be a part of the group. It'll just be something the group carries around that has that. Who is Murray?
I would recommend you say who that is. Yeah.
No, I don't want to. All right, Murray was in the Curse of Strahd game a skull that was based off the skull from Monkey Island, if you've ever played those video games. He was a skull with delusions of grandeur who would constantly plot and scheme in order to try and take control of whatever was around him. But honestly, he was very harmless. He, without a body to do anything, he literally just wobbled around. He didn't have any special abilities or anything like that. But he did know his way around the castle. He did know, like, some of the guards and things like that. So conversations were very fun with Murray as a character. But yes, he was equal parts fun and entertaining as well as irritating. He was a whole thing. So yeah. Like Brain from Pinky and the Brain. More like Mort from Madagascar. You know, the little la 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 la. You know, yeah. If you want to see, there's a bunch of clips on my channel for Murray. But yeah, he's a whole thing. Lots of delusions of grandeur. I guess in that way he's very much like the Brain. I could see that. Anyway, there you go. That is our donations. That is our stuff. Well done. We got there in the end, people. All right. What say we begin? When last we left our heroes, we didn't, because we weren't playing this game. When we join our heroes, we are in a very small, dank, and quiet place. Our heroes awaken to a certain stillness trapped within the stone. There is the hum that one only experiences when they are completely surrounded on all ends by the cold rocks. As our heroes awaken, they find themselves not at home comfortably in bed, but wearing their adventuring attire. surrounded by this stone in coffins. One by one, they begin to awaken. Their eyes dart around. The lids fly off as they each, one by one, pull and push and drag themselves out of these various coffins. And looking around, recognizing the group of individuals gathered here, find themselves in an unfamiliar chamber. All is dark. All is still. You recall going to sleep in your small house in Roslar's coffer. What brought you here? Why have you come? No one else is anywhere to be seen. Just a single wooden door leading out of this chamber lined with coffins. And it is here we will begin. And Cookie Steve has just launched in with a harrow for the table. So what say we resolve that super fast? Let's see. Who should we get to do the harrow for this? Let's roll a d6. I feel like a d6 is a good one. Unless Cookie has a recommendation. Is there someone, Cookie, you would like to get the harrow draw? The delay is always a thing. Don't worry. Nope, random's good. Alright, random it is, baby! Rolling a d6. Logres, you're at 1, and Satori, you're at 6. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thraina! Would you do me the honors of drawing the harrow card? That's you are, if
He's having technical difficulties with her headset.
very well, not a problem. In which case, Twiff, do you want to shout at Ire and pick a number between 1 and 9?
We would like 3, please.
3. All right. 1, 2, 3. The twins. We just got the twins, but you know what? I'm here for having it again. What do you mean? Yes, please load my module. Rude. Okay, there we go. Okay. We have the twins. Look at that. These two little guys. All right, here is your fate, which I will post into our group chat. Post into the group chat so people don't forget. Okay, there we go. All right, so it reads: the twins symbolize duality of purpose or identity, can just as easily represent physical duplication as much as spiritual or mental. This figure also means indecision, a person or group wavering between very difficult options. It may also mean divided loyalties abound. The card makes the harrower wary, as it can also mean that the entire spread or the entire fortune might have a hidden or reversed meaning. Alright, so there you go. We have the twins. And for anyone who wants to see it, there you go, in chat. Okay, so our heroes awaken.
Logros is going to kind of like rear up. He's going to pat himself down. He's going to look around and see who else is here. And he's going to visibly relax when he sees Reese, Kane, Thronera, and yeah, probably Ulfbrand. He goes, oh, good. Okay. I don't have to be there. I'm not by myself. It's all good. I got some supportive people here. It'll be fine. I can. Whew, that was stressful.
As Logres steps out of the coffin, you see what looks to be a relatively young knight, dressed in uniformed armor, pacing back and forth. Next to him, the person who's kind of probably doesn't look quite as nervous, Reese, begins to sit up in their coffin.
Yeah, Reese sits up and you'd see he's taking like a couple of deep breaths as he's trying to like you see he's visibly calming down as his coffin lid's just exploded off because he's like yeah, couple of visible deep breaths to calm himself down. Yeah, and then steps out of his coffin and then turns around to look back in again.
All right. As you take a look, you see across the way a elderly dwarven man who has crawled out of their coffin as well, who notices the coffin next to them has the muffled sounds of his beloved wife coming from within. Cairn, the lid is heavy. It seems to be stuck.
Aaron is gonna, hearing that, turn to that coffin, say, "Tyrant, hey, hold on, I'll get you out," and try and push the lid off.
You're doing that. It is stuck quite fast.
Gonna look and see if he's got anything on him.
There's a slightly simpler solution. You see two strapping young men who seem to be watching you try to open this lid.
Yeah. Well, he's patting himself down while he's doing that, looking for a prior bar or something. He'll look and see across the way Logris and Reese, and motion them over. Logris, Reese, come here, help me get her out.
There's more people stuck? Oh, yep, of course.
Reese?
Yeah, well, yeah, Reese will just move over to help.
All right, cool. The two of you move over, and with the three of you combined, the lid slides off Threna's coffin. As Threna, you're now... I mean, it's probably not fresh air, but, you know, like, it's not that kind of recycled, stale air that was inside that coffin a moment ago. Are we still having mic troubles? No, that's okay. Let's see. So is it a hardware problem or a software problem? Do we know?
Might be a hardware problem.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that's okay. In which case, how close is your microphone to Ire Twiff?
Okay. Yeah, just gonna use the computer mic.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Yep, sweet, easy done. Okay, well, we'll come back to Threna in a moment. Ulfgren, you awaken inside of the coffin. It is dark where you are. You hear movement and commotion coming from outside of the coffin. As you sort of lay there in your actual adventuring armor, something you've probably not worn for a little bit of time. You've spent a little bit of time here as a spiritual leader within the town of Roslaw's Coffer, and you haven't needed to go to battle or go to war in some time. But it looks as though the stuff you're wearing is not only like ready to go, but also like, again, you didn't go to bed in this.
Amazing. I always love waking up fully dressed. It's nice. It saves me time in the morning. Am I able to open, or is mine stuck as well?
Make an athletics check as you push to try and open up.
Alrighty. Athletics. There you are. Ooh, that was almost a 1.
All right. It's a little bit tough, and it does feel a little stuck, but eventually you do manage to push yourself free.
All right. Yeah. Once he gets it open, he's gonna sit up and kind of stretch a little bit. Kind of twist one side and the other, kind of trying to crack his back. Like, this was definitely not designed to sleep in. And then he's gonna look around at everyone else. Yeah. Any idea what's going on here?
None. We better check the last one in case there's someone in there too.
Good idea.
Yep. Arnold will move over and see if he can shift the lid.
All right. As you move over, again, the lid sort of begins to budge and move. Satori, you are... well, you weren't feeling very well yesterday. You actually took the day off from helping Karen and Threna with stuff with the inn because you felt like you were coming down with something. But instead of being in a warm, cozy bed surrounded by soup and the comforting words of two dwarven hospitality experts, you are in this coffin that slides open, revealing the other companions in this room as you awaken.
So she's probably had a similar nightmare, waking up in a coffin before, for reasons that we will eventually get to, I'm sure. But hearing the other voices, she knows that this is not a repeat of any nightmare that she has had up to now. And seeing these faces, I'm assuming Karen is one of them?
Yep.
Okay, she will look to him first, and then look around for Threna, who is still in her coffin or no?
Threna's sitting up in their coffin.
Okay.
Like, they haven't climbed
So
out,
she-
but yeah.
Yeah, so she'll look visibly relieved that there are people here that she knows, as closely as she does these two. But she'll look around at everyone else and go, okay, I don't get it. What's, what are we doing? What's going on? What happened?
Tori last. I mean, your guess is as good as ours.
What was the last thing any of you remember?
A warm bed?
Yeah. Feeding
And
the
then a
dog.
nightcap
and-
and
Oh, the dog. Goes back and looks in the coffin, reaches a hand in, pulls out a scruffy little dog.
You do indeed pull out a tiny dog that barks. Bark.
Satori will do a quick check, make sure she doesn't have a dog that's gonna... No.
You do not have a dog, no. There we go. Tiny dog.
And then, actually, she's gonna pause a moment and then realize that she's looking for someone else that is not in the immediate vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
So she's in mild panic mode.
Fair. Do you want to elaborate?
Yeah, sure. So she is probably going to climb out of the coffin as quickly as she can. She's going to look in the immediate area. I don't have the map because I wasn't here last time. But I see on your screen that it's a relatively small area, so she'll look in the immediate area and start calling out for someone who, I don't know if everyone would know the name, but the name she would use is Yuri.
All right. As you call out, there seems to be no immediate response. It takes a few minutes, but it's just the quiet around you. What is everyone's response to Satori doing this?
Who's Yuri?
He's my friend. He's my very, very close, very important to me friend.
Reese will not much better to look, but he'll make a show of like looking behind the coffins and between the coffins.
She
just,
appreciates it.
just yeah.
Thank
All right.
you.
What does he look like?
Well, he's and she'll hold a hand out to show that he's taller than she is. About this tall. Tends to favor his cloak. Broad of shoulder. Very quiet. Very nice.
Right, well, I don't think he's here.
That's okay. That's okay. He's it probably just means that he's okay and he's safe and he's back at the. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It'll be fine.
You know, the dick in me wanted to look at Reese and go like, "Oh wow, we could tell who put ranks in freaking investigator here." Logres, you, as you are standing in abject silence, as people around you are beginning to freak out, you remember a voice coming from the annals of your memory. Logres, you little fuck. Sit up straight. Pay attention. Being a knight is not just about putting Sir in front of your name. It represents something. It represents a duty, a commitment, a vow. To guide those towards the light when they find themselves in dark times. It does not matter which order you eventually choose. To hunt undead with the Knights of Ozum. To slay demons with the Mendevian Crusaders. To worship and to pray at the altar of Iomade. It matters not to me which of these or many other paths you decide to choose, Logres. What's important is that one shining truth. Guide others. Stand firm and give them hope where hope is lost.
Right. Yes, of course.
The memory fades
Yes.
away.
God, I love having a mentor figure. All right, so I'm going to. Logos is going to quickly search his bag and pull out a torch. He is then going to light the torch.
All right, Logres, you are equipped with a lit torch.
All right. Who do we have? We have a couple of. Is this everyone that's in the room? Can we do a search, see if there's anyone else in here? I want to see how big this room is. See what else is in this room, and if it's okay, we should perhaps look at leaving this room because I don't like how we were brought here. Maybe we should investigate a little bit further. Yeah, he's gonna look towards Kane, Thrainer, and Reese and Ulfgren with like kind of a questioning look as he does so.
Ulfgren will nod. That's a fine idea, Logris. Let's search the room quickly.
All right.
As you begin to search the room, you notice a few different things. There is a small collection of just assorted materials, some lamps, enough for one for each of you. There is a single crowbar, flint and steel for each of you, a couple of hammers, and enough oil for these lanterns as well. They all stored in a dusty crate, draped with a drop cloth. Now, with the light shining around the room and giving you a better view, you could see that there is a relief carved into the back of each of these coffins. A small kind of like semicircle like sort of space, which seems to depict a mural behind each. They all seem to be featureless individuals, but ironically, they bear some striking similarities to our heroes. Above each, the words, "Red strikes noble companions in the war against evil. Rest well, my friends." These are the words inscribed above each of these portraits. Above Cairn is an elderly dwarf, as is with Threna, for an elderly dwarf matron. Above Satori's is what looks to be a very lithe and nimble-looking figure with a companion shrouded in a hood. Above Ulfgren is a dwarf with flaming eyes. Above Logres is a knight in full armor and regalia. And above Reese appears to be a stalwart and largely strong and broad man. Again, all depicted in the same art style of this mural. While your facial features aren't obviously detailed in any way, there is, again, just this matching distinction.
Ulfgren, are we dead?
If we are, I feel fantastic.
No. Mm-mm.
No, I don't believe we are at the moment.
Karen and Threna, the two of you are old enough to have recognized this kind of setup for a grave, and immediately check the sides of your coffins where the name would have been inscribed. None of these names match your names. There are names, mind you, but I'm gonna just not make up a whole bunch of random names and just say that they are just different names, and that's the important piece.
They're not names that we recognize.
Anyone who would like to try and recognize the names can make a society check to see if you recall anything or any other kind of lore that might be associated with history or Roslar's coffer.
Yes, a history lore, if that's okay.
Perfectly fine. Yeah, please, by all means.
Never mind.
You haven't brushed up on your history.
Yeah, no, it'd have to be society for me, which I'm not trained in. Yay! This'll go well. Here I go. Yep, that was fantastic.
So with society as well, because I don't think cooking lore is going to help with this.
All right. Unfortunately, none of you seem to recognize these names or what this place might be. It just, again, you just kind of woke up here and there's very little information, so there's that.
Reese is going to wander over to the door and have a look at the quality of the door. Like, is it like rotted, or is it like still like does it look
It's quite
strong and
it's
new
it's old and quite well made. Like how do I put this? It seems like it's been around for a while, but it's not like it was made as like a top of the line best quality, door. Like, it's not like this huge massive locked door or anything like that. Imagine like if a door existed for several thousands of years but didn't have like moisture, so it wasn't rotting. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So it's old.
And is
for
there
sure.
like a keyhole or anything you can look through?
No keyhole.
Okay, then he'll press his ear and see if he can hear anything on the other side of it.
You do. You hear footsteps on the other side.
He'll back away from the door and say, like, kind of quietly, "There's someone out there."
Well, there's someone out there. They may be the people who put us in here. If that's the case, I'd like to have a conversation with them. Rip the handle of his warhammer. I'd say we go introduce ourselves. Who's with me?
Always with you, comrade.
That's my girl.
Anyone else gonna respond?
Do we have all of our gear that we would have normally? Is it all here with us?
It is all there with you.
Sweet. Yeah. Then Ulfgren's gonna pick up his shield and his axe and turn toward the others. Yeah, might as well. It would be rude not to, wouldn't it?
What I was thinking.
All right. Grabbing your gear, steeling yourself, and being at the ready, who would like to burst forth from within?
Okay, well,
Karen-
I would like to
Karen-
cautiously open the door rather than burst forth
Kick it
dramatically.
open.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
is
yeah.
Risa careful, cautious, and deliberate individual?
He is when he hasn't lost his temper, yes, and currently he's not really angry, and
Well, I
He
mean, I can make him
respects-
angry. I mean, he lost his family, his
Don't you
home,
dare.
his house burned down. He has no
There's still the
farm
dog is around.
and no
Right,
prospect. He now has a
he's got
dependent.
he's got his little dog tucked under one.
Yeah, what does he
one
have?
arm.
What does he have to not be angry about?
Little dog tucked under one arm.
Hmm.
Yeah, and he hasn't drawn any weapons just yet, but he does have a couple of wood hatchets, hanging off his waistband, and some knives in his boots. And he'll push the door on the. Or is there a handle? Like you'll pull it or push it, whichever one. Just to
It's a
try and
push door.
gently open it. Yeah, so he'll
All right.
push it gently, and it'll.
As you push open the door, a massive figure looms over you and stares down at you.
Ooh.
It seems to reach towards you. What do you do?
Dodge to the side. It'd just be like,
All right. As you dodge to the side, it tries to push past you and get into the other room. All right. What do you guys do at this point?
Do I see them?
Not yet.
Okay, cool.
Ulfgren is going to
just
try to
coming
get in
in.
his way and stop him with the shield. Just put the shield up and try to stop him from getting in the room.
All right. Very well. You get up and you place the shield there. He begins to slam into your shield and start pushing you backwards. Let's see. One moment. I will do a thing. Yada yada yada. Okay, there we go.
Oh, and then suddenly the light bulb goes on in Rufus's head, and he goes, "Satori, I may have found your friend."
Let me get
Oh,
there, Laura.
Sorry.
It's fine. No, it was good. All right.
It's just she described him. That was all.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. All right. So as he slams into Ulfrin's shield, Ulfrin, you are able to hold your ground and force this guy back. He's not getting past you even by an inch, but he doesn't seem like he's angry. He's just trying to exert a ton of force. As then Reese calls up from behind to Satori.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Sorry.
And she
I think I found your friend.
she's going to try to look past everyone and yell out, Yuri, is it? Can you? I can't. Can you guys-"
Yuri sort of tries to look over Ulfgren, and you see that when he hears Satori, he kind of doubles down on his efforts to try and push Ulfgren back.
I'll say, and Satori will try to push towards the front as well. I don't want to shove people, but she's gonna try to get up there.
Yeah, just kind of making your way forward. All right, Ulfgren, what are you doing?
Is this your friend? I don't want to let him in if he's a threat. So
If I can see him
continue
now.
to hold him. Yeah, he's going to continue to hold him until she gets up there.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
see him. It is Yuri.
Okay, yes. So she's gonna go, yes. Oh, yes, that is him.
Understood. And he will move to let him through.
All right. As you do so, he stops pushing you. He kind of doesn't force you in or anything. He just kind of, when you pull back, he pulls back as well, and you see that kind of force drop. He makes his way in and kind of immediately, almost very tenderly, moves over to Satori and sort of brushes their hair to kind of check, are they okay? Scratches, scars, you know what I mean? They're just inspecting Satori from top. Well, yeah, for injuries.
And she's trying to tell him, she's like, it's okay. I'm all right. I promise. I'm okay. Now that you're here, I'm okay.
He seems to yell at you about something without saying anything.
To yell at me?
Yeah. He seems to be trying to admonish you with his eyes.
Oh, I didn't do it on purpose.
He doesn't believe you.
Can we? Okay, come here. And then she's gonna try to take him over to this corner for a second.
He lumbers past everyone and goes towards the corner.
Okay, look, I just woke up here with these guys. You know these two, and she's gonna motion to Karen and Threna. You, I mean, you know these two wouldn't let anything happen to me, right?
He slowly turns his head, like really slowly, like lurch slow is how he moves. He turns his head towards the room that is filled with coffins.
Okay, yes, it doesn't look good, I know, but it's not intentional, I promise. Don't give me that.
We have played our plot twist card, Rebellious Youth. Okay. Look, I have to make a headway of these. All right, very well. And the old man's message from before was, inspiring Logres to leadership. That old chestnut. Okay.
You in the next hour, you'll be out of it.
Okay.
All right. Well, now that we've found this Yuri, we should perhaps find out why we're here and
Very
where
suddenly,
Yuri is.
as Logres is speaking, Yuri pushes Satori out of the way.
She's gonna try to grab him.
Where is he headed?
Yeah.
No, sorry, as in pushes her away, as in like away from him.
Oh, trying to keep her safe from him?
Yeah.
Sort of. Okay.
Okay. What's your force save plus 10?
Who?
You.
Me. Hold on. 16.
All right, with
Nope.
a 20, you are shoved to one side just in time. Yuri tries to keep you away, as we are going to play Switch Sides.
Uh-oh.
All of a sudden, from inside the belly of our dear friend appears actually 1 second. Appears what looks to be a terrifying creature. There we go. Alright. Okay. Just ignore that, Yuri.
It's aliens.
Yeah, just ignore that one guy for a second. Alright, cool. Wait, what? Why is that not... Oh, because I didn't do the thing. Okay, hold on. Add them to the initiative board. Good. Ah, that's what I did. Okay. I got you. I just put their tokens in. Okay. There we go. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright, the thing you see is this, which juts out of Yuri's gut underneath the robes and tries to use its little clawy, pincery things to slash at Satori. The large, Yuri basically staggers backwards, and it seems as though his arms are not in his control as he starts to move and reach out to grab the others, as we're going to go into initiative. Alright, Thraina, we are going to be starting with you, followed by Reese, Logres, Ulfgren, the creatures, Cairn, Satori, and that is all. Alright, so, Thraina, what do you do as you see... actually, you'll get pushed this way.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's pushing you, that way. Alright, Thraina, what do you want to do? Which I can't hear, so if you would be so kind. Oh, very nice. Okay, so stepping up and trying to take at this thing with a great axe. You swing down with your mighty blade, landing a critical hit. Roll your damage, and then roll me a D100, because we have a crit hit. Alright, 24 points of damage. Freaking nice. As you've moved up and your axe has struck. And with a 92... Oh, it is now difficult for you to receive attacks from enemies who witnessed you hitting this creature. So you've basically frightened them as you've struck them. Now, you've moved, drawing your weapon at the same time as you've approached this creature. You've made your attack. You have one more action if you want to take it. Thraina, what do you want to do? Alright, we're going for another hit. This one is going to land as a solid hit for you as well. Alright, and as your axe, once it cleaves downwards, gets twisted and swipes, boom! You manage to precisionally and expertly cut this creature apart. And before we can even go into any other parts of this combat, you watch as Yuri then regains their composition. They really regain their ability to move and function. The creature that lays on the ground, twisted and dead, horrifying as it looks, has been slain.
Well, what the hell are we here for? You've got this
Alright,
shit,
Jesus.
right? Satori would like to run over to Yuri.
Oh, here, have some cookies.
Right.
I thought you had a sword. I thought it was called the sword and board. Where'd this great axe come in from?
Because accent board didn't sound
it's-
right. So.
Yeah, Aston board is marketing, okay?
Okay.
Well, maybe still use the sword. But dwarves axes here. Anyway, I think Tyrant's gonna walk over to her, put his hand lovingly up on her shoulder, taller than he is. Give her a peck on the cheek. To see you in action again. Well, you keep going like that, I'm not gonna have anything to protect you from.
Logros is going to pull out like a journal, like a blank page journal, and he's gonna look at this. He's gonna look at this thing. He didn't have a chance to see what it actually did, but he's gonna kind of like sketch in what it looks like.
Sure. What you see is a kind of like, at first it looks very insectile in nature, but the closer you look at it, the more you examine it, the more you realize it actually isn't covered in a chitinous carapace like most insects are. But this particular type of vermin seems to be comprised of billions of tiny bones that it seems to have collected to make this ever-growing shell. It seems to be maybe parasitic in nature. But again, you've never seen one of these things before in your life.
Okay. Does anyone know what this thing actually is? Why it was in Yuri and it's not in one of us, is it? Does anyone know about this thing, please?
A religion check or any kind of knowledge lore check about planar creatures will suffice if anyone would like to make one.
Oh yeah, no, that's even worse. I have nothing in religion, so I'm not even gonna waste the time.
All right. Now remember, if your character isn't interested in those particular things, you're under no obligation to make any roll, just so everyone knows, you know. All right. But judging from the results, no, you guys have no idea what this thing is. Some sort of some sort of evil necromancy bug is probably the closest guess you can make.
Oh, can I use lore
right.
undead?
You can, only in the sense that you can tell it's not undead.
Okay. Do you want me to roll for that or no?
No, you know that
Yeah, I gotcha.
inherently.
Okay. She is gonna keep that to herself though, because there's no reason she should know that. So everybody, shh, don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
Uh,
Okay.
Well, looks like some sort of tomb bug.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's dead. That's what's important.
Well, the more we know about this place, the more we can, probably find a way out of here.
Go through the door, and we find our way out.
Well, just before then, Ulfgren, just so you know, as someone who is a healer, people generally aren't always okay when a giant parasite the size of a small mammal bursts forth from their
Yeah.
chest.
Yes, I was actually thinking the same thing.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
And Ulfgren will approach Yuri. Here, just take a seat and let me take a look at that. I'll get you patched up.
He's okay. I mean, I've got it. He doesn't trust people easily. I can handle it.
Oh, you're familiar in the healing arts?
I'm familiar in how to take care of my friend, yes.
Okay. Strange.
That is also true, yes.
All right. Shrugging
You're
your shoulders.
sure you don't need my assistance?
I am very sure I don't need your assistance. Thank you.
Okay, point taken.
All right. Ulfgren, shrugging your shoulders and joining the others, give Satori a brief moment to inspect what has happened. Opening up the robes beneath, there is no flesh to be found. Nothing but a skeletal husk is all that remains of Yuri. But Satori, as you look at this, at the interior, he seems fine, but it looks as though underneath the rib cage there are these very thin kind of tendrils that were likely snapped off the backside of this insect. It looked like it maybe crawled into a nook within the skeletal structure of your friend and basically piloted him through these tendrils and appendages.
That's not gross.
Hmm.
Okay. And is there any, if she were to take a closer look, is there any, oh my God, how do I word this? Anything left behind?
Yeah, the tendrils and appendages, the little...
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You said that. I thought you were, got it. Yep. So she's going to try to, I guess, turn him away from everyone and see if she can, I want to get that shit out of there.
Yeah,
if that's
okay.
possible.
Yeah, people can't see you from where you're at, and yeah, you can basically peel and pull this stuff off. That's not a problem. All right, Logres, you've finished your inspection. Karen, you are canoodling with Thraina after her bloody victory. Ulfgren, you're rejoining the group. Reese, you were kind of there with your dog, who is kind of like leaning onto you by your side.
Yeah, I think.
Yep.
Okay, go on. If you've got something in mind, then it's fine. Just
You can kind of see from because you're the only one who entered the following room, right? So the room that you see contains a ton of low shelves covered with rags, loose bones, and like various bits of scripture that you probably associate with some sort of funeral rite or something like that. The hallway to the south continues onwards, and there are more images of these heroic figures that were behind your coffins. You don't necessarily see murals of all of them together. You can see bits and pieces of just like, little acts of heroism that have all of the players in a scene here and there.
yeah, because I was going to say, Reese would have, whilst they're drawing and whatnot, lit one of the lanterns that was in the
Mm-hmm.
thingy of goods, and he wants to check the walls just to see if they like hewn from stone, or are they blocks of stone that are built?
Someone had crafted these stone blocks, then put them all together and created the walls and structures here.
Okay, so it's a built wall. It's not like
a cave, no.
Stone, right? Okay. So to shout back, I think we're in a building, at least.
Karen, Thraina, and Satori, and Ulfrin, you all would concur with that and probably believe that you are in some sort of mausoleum or catacomb. Some sort of underground burial chamber.
Yeah, I would say makes logic sense. Yep.
We should keep moving.
I'm not
if your
ready
friend's
to
all
be in a
right.
tomb. Yeah, I'm not ready to spend my last days in a tomb yet. So let's get ourselves out of here.
All right. As you begin to make your way out, you all now also see the room that I'd mentioned before with the murals and the like. Again, with your history knowledges, you don't really know what any of these particular scenes mean, just that it depicts the various heroes that seem to be modeled after yourselves. The next chamber ahead, a small alcove along the eastern wall here, contains just a few stone shelves on which you can see there are a few supplies. These are things likely you would see in a how do I put it? Okay, so in at least, and I'm only speaking from my experience, in Christian church going, there is usually a place where candles are lit in order to remember or pray for the fallen and stuff like that. So in addition to the place where the candles are like kind of lit, there is also a little kind of like area where you can purchase candles or you can buy them or hang them out. This is kind of like that alcove. So there's a holy symbol that you can see. You don't recognize the person in the holy symbol, mind you, unless you want to make a religion check. You can also see there's like a few candles here. There's some burning incense. There is a holy symbol to Aradin as well. Ooh, Ulfgren, you actually do know this one. You recognize this is an old like statuette of dang it, I'm always gonna get this name wrong. It's deities. Here we go. Oh, you're just not gonna show me this? Nope, it's just gonna be a pain. Okay.
And real quick, while
Yeah.
we're walking out, Satori would put a hand on Threna's shoulder, say, I'm sorry about that, and thank you. Are you okay? And knowing that she is saying yes, she'll thank her again.
Here we go. Okay. This is a symbol to the goddess Arasni. Now, Arasni is a let's see, is a that's her new stuff. Where's her old stuff? She was a mortal, born in the Arcadian nation of Zopatl. Because you got critical success, you know all the stuff. She began to research basically the humanity in a very pure sense, learning about the veins of life, and befriended a man known as Aradin, who would later then become the god of humanity. When Aradin rose to the power and station of being the god of humanity, Arasni was also brought with him, and became a sort of a demigod, patron saint. She basically was a herald to Aradin. She had her own domains, which included things like battle strategies and stuff like that. But it is a well-recorded fact that during the Crusade with the Knights of Last Wall in 3827, she was felled in battle. Her body was stolen, and her ghostly spirit was raised as a gift for the King of Geb, the king of the undead in the southern side of Garund, where she was offered as the harlot queen, a ghost, kind of like an offering, which was like, it's like, hey, we want to make friends with the necromancers to the south. So not only are we going to kill your commanding officer, we're going to take their soul, turn them into a ghost, and give them as a bride to the necromancer that lives down there. So if anyone ever wonders why, Tar-Baphon is a disliked individual, here's another good example. So yeah, it was a way to strike out against Aradin. And last anyone has heard, she is an evil goddess, or evil queen demigod in Geb, which of course it'd be very weird to find a statuette of her back when she was still a demigod, herald of Aradin, because that was like 3,000-4,000 years ago.
Yeah, so Ulfgren is going to see it, and he'll start to sort of stroke his beard and be like, "Huh, interesting." And then he's going to launch into that whole story, that whole explanation you just gave us.
Brilliant.
And he'll just go on it. Like, he'll just talk about it until somebody stops him.
Yeah,
he loves religion. He loves learning about it. So he'll just give all that information.
Yeah, this is your autistic special interest.
Yeah, pretty much. So he'll just keep going until somebody tells him basically to stop.
Would you like to know a religious fun fact?
Yes.
Karen will stop him.
Okay, yep. Partway through
Essentially, yeah. That's fascinating. Fascinating, son.
I know, isn't it?
It was. It really is.
What does it help us get out of here or figure out where we are, though?
Oh, no, probably not. But it is interesting, isn't it?
We'll put that on the next pub quiz when we get back to town.
You should. Did you know? And then he'll start to talk again until you stop him.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Karen will stop him again.
Right. Not the time or the place. I understand.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, we'll save it for when we're safe.
All right. You begin to make your way down back towards the south, following suit. I presume no one wants to take any of the stuff from the wall?
No.
No? I mean, you can. There are some bottles of potion
I am
here.
not touching shit in a mausoleum, Dag.
Okay, sure, not a problem. Okay, move yourselves onwards as you enter into the following chamber. Also, Satori, can you see if you can move Yuri?
I cannot.
Because it does say player controlled.
Well, it's a dirty, dirty liar.
It is a dirty liar. Okay, that's okay. Yuri will just be with you, so that's fine. Yep. Okay. Threna, is there something you'd like to do in the alcove? No? Okay. I just thought you were in there because you were like, oh, I'll grab something. Okay. As you make it to the next chamber. All right. The marble walls of this large hall are carved with several images of battle, each featuring a knight astride a lean horse. The knight wears no helmet and has long hair, a wide mustache. And in each of the knights, in each of the images you see on the murals surrounding this place, the knight is charging into an undead horde with rapiers in hand. Now, from here, 2 halls lead out of the western side of this chamber. One to the north, which is here, and one to the south, which is here. However, if you continue onwards, there is another archway which leads deeper in. Now, the archway to the north is carved with the words, "At my right hand, peace for years of righteous labors." To the east is Rosla, hero and paladin at his well-earned rest. And the archway to the south, loyal Abdel, support thy master always. Sprawled in the center of this room, so about here-ish, is what appears to be a human-sized metal figure, which resembles a knight having fallen in battle.
Logros begins to make his way up to this image, this statuette, or whatever it is.
All right, the statue is over here. Take your move.
Yeah.
Stop there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I have Satori shift forward just a little bit so I'm kind of
Sure.
in the room?
Sure. Anyone who would like to move a little bit, you may do so. That's not a problem. Okay.
Yeah, I think Ulfrin's gonna go with Logris there. He'll stay near him.
Okay, not a problem.
And Tyrant is going into kind of protection reflexes, so he's gonna stay near people who look like they might be heading towards anything possibly dangerous. So he'll probably walk forward as well.
All right, not a problem.
Yeah.
As you get to about here, Logres, and well, everyone really, you hear noises coming from underground as all of a sudden from all around you, these clawing, chittering, biting creatures suddenly begin to rise up from various cracks and crevices that are surrounding you.
Oh no, more burn centipedes.
Indeed, more of these bone centipedes, which is going to roll us into initiative. Okay, Reese, you're up first this time. Followed by Karen, Ulfgren, Threna, Logres, the creatures, and then Satori.
Okay, so I think I can, yes. So on initiative, because I'm quick-tempered, rage? No, I think I can.
You can rage as part of your initiative.
Yeah, I'm just trying to put the effect on.
Mhm.
When you begin raging, click the Apply All Actions button. Apply All Actions button? Apply all action. Does that do anything?
Let me check.
Oh, it didn't.
Let me have a quick look here.
I did click it.
Okay, there we go. So if you click on activities and go to Barbarian Activities.
Oh yeah, it's an activities, man. I put it in my favorites. I mean, I favorited it in everything.
Mm-hmm.
Dum. There we go. Ta-da. I just needed reminded that I'd done things. Okay, so Reese will take a quick look about just to assess the situation, see how many of these things have rumbled up from the ground, and he will charge at the first one with a sudden charge.
All right, with 2 actions, you begin to charge towards one of the creatures. Take your pick.
I'm gonna go for the one behind. So he's gonna charge up, and when you use sudden charge, well, blah 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 blah. You stride. Well, you can stride twice in swing. At the end of your movement with a melee range, but it's when I strike. Yes, that's what I shall do. Do I not? How I'm targeted? I press T. There we go. Okay. Yes.
Ooh, unfortunate miss.
I miss.
You do have a hero point.
Oh, yes. Let's use that hero point.
All right, let's do it. The 1 hero point.
Yes!
Whoa! What a use of a hero point, Jesus. All right, go for that critical hit.
He brings his hatchet down.
Yeah. All right, 17 points of damage as your hatchet crashes into their skull. You have 1 more action. What do you want to do?
No, because sudden charge is 2 actions, and then a strike is 1, isn't it? I'm pretty
No,
sure.
no, you strike as a part of the sudden charge.
Um,
Because otherwise, it's 2 move. Otherwise, if it's 2 actions
yeah,
to sudden
I get
charge,
ya.
you would just move
Should they
twice.
do the crit roll just in case?
Oh yeah, and roll the crit roll. So roll me a d100.
dice again.
86. That is something. Your enemy must test their dexterity or fall prone. Ooh.
Well, I mean, it's already kind of. I mean, how much?
It'll be
more
off
time do you
guard,
get?
which is fine. It is not off guard. It is quite nimble.
fine. I'm gonna try and hatchet it again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was weird.
Mm-hmm.
The dice just vanished. I dropped it and it just vanished. Okay, try that again. No, miss.
Ooh, okay, yep. So that one is gonna miss. Okay. All right. Done and done. Next up is Cairn.
All right. Aaron is going to look at these bug things, bang his hammer kind of against his shield,
Mm-hmm.
and say, "All right, you little scrabbly bugs, you come after me, and no one else." And I'm going to taunt.
Okay.
So we'll see. So I'm going to taunt this guy. Oh, number 2, I guess. Now, do I drop it on him because it gives him a -1?
No, you don't need to
attack and DC.
No, that's only if
Okay.
they choose not to attack you. So that's
Right,
fine.
right.
So if they're taunted, that's perfectly fine. Are you sure you
Yep.
want to taunt number 2? Because right now number 2 is already kind of targeting you because you're the closest one. If you wanted to
Oh
get
yeah,
an
no,
effect,
I'll taunt number 1 then,
all right, very well. So if
or
number 1 attacks anyone
or
other
number
than
3.
you, you basically
Yeah.
provoke number 1 to attack. Cool.
Yep. If it attacks anyone, and then I also have the bodyguard feat, so if it attacks Triana, they get a -2.
Yep, sweet, easy done. You have what? 1 more action? No, 2 more actions.
Two more actions. So yeah. So taunted number 1. I will move over here to get number 2 and attack that guy with my war axe.
Okay.
Not my war axe, my war hammer. I don't have
Yeah.
that.
Also, you didn't need to move in order to hit that guy.
I know, it's just lining them up.
Sure. Okay.
Alright.
I hate
So-
squares. Squares don't have the boss.
Yeah.
Oh man, you guys and your crits. What level are you guys? You guys
Nice.
are level 1, right? Like we established this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus.
We're just kicking off the
Christ.
campaign with style
Fucking
and
hell, like,
flair.
I'm 240 years old. I know how to swing a hammer,
I mean, fair. That's fair.
but not very hard.
It's just your.
They
It's
got
just that's just your sciatica. You know, you
minimum-
haven't put your full weight into the swing.
It's
So.
the arthritis is flaring up in the hand. Ah!
All right. Roll me a percentage as you collide your hammer to this dude.
65.
65. That will give you something. That is going to give you. Oh, you temporarily exploit a weak spot. They are off guard against you.
Nice.
All right. You got one more
Well,
action.
then
What do you want to do?
I've got one more action. I will I'll try and hit it again then.
Let's do it. Ooh, unfortunate,
Well,
but a miss. But the off guard probably saved you from a crit.
Yep.
Okay. Ulfgren, our dwarven cleric. It is now on your turn.
Yes. The first thing he's going to do is probably admonish these unholy abominations. And then he's going to cast Bless, which is a 15-foot emanation from him.
All right.
So that should affect at least these 3 next to me, I believe. I don't know how that works. Do I have to drop it somewhere? Or?
Yeah, if you could drop it on them, that'd be good. But yep, that'll hit
Alrighty.
everyone except for Satori and Reese.
Okay, cool.
Unless you wanted to move into the middle of them, then it would hit all of them.
Yeah, but that takes me away from everything up here. So I'll do it from here for now.
Yeah, fair enough.
How does this?
I
How
mean,
do I do this?
if I can make
Oop.
a suggestion though, you could always attack them first, then move, and then use your bless. Unless bless is a 2-action ability.
It is,
Ah, okay,
I
never mind. Then.
believe.
Scratch that.
Let me look. Yeah, it looks like it's. I thought it was a 1, but yeah, it has a little 2 next to it. Yeah, I see. All right.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it dropped on all of them. Callie's showing me.
Okay, cool. Not a worry. In which case, you do have one more action after that. Is there anything else you
it's,
wanted to do?
Yeah, Karen, Thrina, and Logris. Yeah, I'm gonna attack the guy right in front of me.
All right,
Well, that's right in front of Logris here.
Yep, make your attack as you swing.
All right, there we go. Thank you. All right, and oh god, I got to scroll up for that. There it is. There we go. See, no crit that time. I
No
broke the
crit.
streak.
Nope, you did. Well, I mean, it wasn't really a streak, but yeah, okay. All right, you go for the hit. For 7 points of damage as you manage to hit the creature. Which brings us to the end of your turn and to Freyna. I cannot hear what Trainer is saying still. You want to strike at number 2 as you are chopping. Brilliant. Love it. As you take out your axe, unfortunately, your husband is in the way. That is going to be squeezing between them, which is going to affect your attack on both of them and your AC. It is okay to do that. It's just something you need to consider.
If it helps, I am planning on stepping out.
So if you wanted to, you could ready to step in and make a single attack when Logres moves out. Yeah? Okay, cool. So one action to ready, then the step, and then the attack. Easy done. As Threna, I'm going to also vocalize for you as well. Alright, Logres, my boy, step backwards and let me take a swing at that wee little buggy there.
Yes. Yeah, I'm on it.
Alright. Logres, you're up.
Logres is gonna step back.
Alright, which is going to then immediately have the action step forward, and Threna then gets to make an attack. Nice! A solid hit. Deal your damage. Ooh, 11 points of damage. Very nice as you cleave into the body of this twitching, rolling creature. Logres, you have 2 more actions. Or, I mean, you obviously can go further if you want to move further as well.
No, it's all right. Having Mrs. Stoneheart there is fantastic because Logres currently does not have a shield equipped. So he's going to drop the torch behind him, grasp his spear, and make a strike into the one that's in front of Mrs. Stoneheart.
All right. Over your head, Threna, a long spear attached to a flag flies past you and heads towards the creature. Nice! A solid stab into its body. Roll your damage.
I don't think that rolled on top of him.
It did not. It did not. But I'm going to play Wrath. Logres, as you kind of attack the creature in return and in response begins to crawl up your spear. It basically entwines with it and starts to crawl towards you.
Oh no! Get off!
All right. Do you want to make an attack?
Yes, please.
All right, roll your attack.
This is the normal one. Oh, wait a second.
Mm.
Can I just, as part of the attack, right? I know this thematically, this would be Logres like trying to hit the head of the spear on the ground, trying to get the thing off. But really, it's a reposition attempt to get the thing, like, to push it back away from Logres and Threna. Is that possible?
You don't have the reach for it. You'll need to make an action or attack to do that. So, because you can't do it as part of your attack, you have to do it as a separate action.
Okay. That's fine. Very well. It's just going to be the second spear. 14.
Nice! You slam the tip of your spear into the ground, which of course drives the spear into the creature. Deal your damage, and this is a critical hit.
Oh, nice. If that's
because
the case,
of the effect of our Wrath card.
Nice.
All right, with a 13, the creature is struck. Let's see, are they nearly dead? They are nearly dead. We have the do or die if you want it.
No, I'm good, thank you.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure either Threna or Wolfgren will finish it off quite easily.
All right, it's their turn, and we start with the one that's attached to your spear.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, it crawls up your spear as one action and tries to bite you. It does take a penalty because that is the one that Karen taunted. Karen, can you drop the debuff onto The Ostovite, 1, please.
1. If I can do this properly. Yes,
All
I
right.
did it.
Done and done. Okay. He is going to try and... Oi. What happened there? That was weird. Oh, I moved the guy
Oh.
instead of doing the thing. Okay, that's fine.
They're also
all right.
off guard from that as well.
Now that won't
Oh
affect
God!
us.
Ow! It hurts.
Sure you didn't want to do that do or die?
Right.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure. Yeah.
Okay,
it's fine.
well,
Where'd I go?
where'd you go? I was just thinking the same thing. Where the hell
Where'd
did you
I go? Oh no! I disappeared.
He's dead for real.
Oh, dang.
Oh, I
Happened with
know.
my dice earlier. I dropped it and it just vanished. I was
Huh.
like, what?
How weird. Okay, well, I'm just gonna put you
Wait,
back
am I
there.
underneath the thing? Nope.
No,
Okay.
No, there you are.
Fine.
Okay, so first attack was a critical hit as
Yeah.
as it bites you and acid begins to eat away at your armor. 59, it is going to get an effect. Using its momentum, it can move faster. So it is now just crawling onto your armor and attacking you at speed. Alright, still debuffed. Yep, cool, easy done. Alright, attack number 2 against Logres. Oh, a critical miss. I don't like a critical miss. I'm going to use a jinx point on this. Alright, that is a hit. Logres, 6 more damage. As this thing is just biting you all over.
He is twisting and turning. Oh, it's on me! It's on me! It's turning! Ow!
Alright,
Can I actually, for that,
I love them
for that
already.
second attack, can I use my reaction? Because he's within 10 feet of me, and I have intercept
Yep.
attack.
yeah, yep. What does intercept attack do?
So you fling yourself in the way of oncoming harm to protect an ally. You can step, but you must enter movement adjacent to the triggering ally. You take the damage instead of the triggering ally. Apply your own immunities, weaknesses, and resistance to the damage.
Alright, yes you may. So that was 6 points of damage. So
Yeah,
Logres...
so I'll just jump back and kind of like stick my
Body
arm
check
under
him?
into it. Yeah, stick my arm like into the mandibles of the thing as it's trying to bite onto Logres.
Okay, done and done. Its third and final action. I mean, why the hell not? It's going to try and bite Logres again. Actually, no, it's going to try and bite Cairn, because I feel like that's the thing. But if he is biting Cairn, he is no longer suffering the effects of the taunt.
Yeah, no, it's he's still off guard, but he's not. He should still be off guard until the end of the next turn because that just is part of it. But he doesn't have the -1.
Ah, okay. Oh my god. Nothing but crits for today's game. Welcome to the game. Alright, 13 points of damage. And no extra critical effect. Alright, that was Ostovite number 1. Okay, Ostrobite number 2. Oh, that's what I did wrong. Okay, I see now. That's fine. Alright, Ostrobite number 2 is going to go for Cairn. So he moves up. Cairn attack number 1 is gonna hit. Alright, partially resisted. That's 6 damage. Cairn attack number 2 is gonna miss. All right, Ostavite number 3 is going to go for Ulfgren. So moves up with 1 action. Mandible Bite number 1 is a hit. All right, and Mandible Bite number 2, here it comes. Ooh, a miss. Okay, move and a hit and a miss. Then we go to Ostavite number 4, who is right in front of Reese. Reese, it is going to crawl down and try to bite your leg. Lands a critical hit.
Ow.
All right, your temporary hit points managed to absorb some of it, but we do have a percentage. 41, nothing extra special happens. All right, bite number 2, it comes through, and oh my word.
Not again.
That is a critical hit, however, and boom, that is a
How is
further
a
11.
24 a critical hit if my AC 17?
Because it's a natural 20.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, my bad, yeah.
Fine. 86. Okay, I think we did that one. All right, make a reflex save, please. If you fail, you will fall prone. Your DC is 15. That's
Am I
true. It
gonna
wasn't
make
2
a
natural 20s in a
reflex?
row.
Remember what Dag said about always trying to get through the
Right? I was thinking the same thing.
All right. You are knocked prone as you are attacked by this thing, Reese. All right. And with its final action, so I'm just gonna roll a d20 for no reason, just like just in general, like let's just. Holy fuck! Did anyone else see that bullshit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
so
I'm
lucky.
very
That was
upset
very
if
close,
you
yeah.
killed my boy in the first session.
Yeah, with a TKO. The first round of combat, the first series of attacks against you were a crit, a nat 20, another nat 20, and almost a TKO. That would have been probably the single most impressive death ever bestowed upon a person at this table. Okay, but nonetheless, as the creature crawls up, because you're knocked prone, as the creature crawls up your body, you watch as it sort of leans back and prepares to basically dig and bury into your throat with its crit. All of a sudden, there is a slashing sound. The blood of this creature sprays, and it falls off you. Still alive, but like hissing at something else. Standing at attention, wearing full knightly armor, is a mysterious figure, brandishing both a sword and a shield, the heraldry of an unknown kingdom worn across their chest, as they sort of stand interposed between Reese and this other character. Who is the mysterious knight? What do they want? Where did they come from? And will Michael actually finish the next 4 freaking plot twist cards? Because we are now playing the Arch Enemy. So more on that when we return next week for more fun and amazing things. I hope you guys had a good time. As always, when we start a new campaign or when we start new things, we do like to take a bit of a moment to see how we feel and how we went with stuff. So let's just do a quick round robin. Matt, how you feeling about Logres? Stars,
I like
wishes, things you would have liked or things that you thought worked well today?
Logres, I really like the nervousness he has. I'm probably going to work more on that. I didn't really connect with Satori as much as I would like, but there's going to be plenty of time for that.
To what, sorry?
To Satori.
Satori, yep.
Yes, I would imagine Satori and Logres are roughly the same age, so I kind of feel like they're the kids in the adult party. So I would like to connect with them at one point and work on that sort of relationship. But other than that, I thought it was pretty good.
Love that. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Oh, sorry, real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, Nerds of the West, our dear friends, also from Perth, also some gamers, doing some board games and whatnot. We love their faces. Please go give them some love and some support. Good to see you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe and doing awesome things, because, yeah, I actually was fortunate enough to bump into them at one of my local game stores, and that was a lot of fun. So yeah. I hope you won your tournament, if you remember. If you did. If you didn't, then, well, screw those other guys. All right, Reese, tell us, my dear friend, how did you feel today's game went? Our first launch into this campaign with this character. You know, I mean, I'm sure you have words.
No, it was good, but I'd have been very upset if I died at the first session.
You were this close. You were this close.
I'd have just rage quit and gone to bed.
Oh, I would have been mad too. I spent way too long on your fucking mini, to be fair. Like, I'd be so mad. Like, I'm not mad at Neil, but I am kind of mad at Neil because of how many times I have to make characters for him. You know, I would have been so mad.
I did see he has another new character. I was like, didn't he just have a new one?
Yeah, Dimitri died, and then we now have Burlap or whatever his new name is,
Blix, which I feel like is just a throwback to Grax.
It is. That's fine. But yeah, it's interesting. All right, cool, wonderful. Yeah, I'm glad you lived, and I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm also glad that the dog's with you, and you know, all that sort of thing. All right, Karen, how about you?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling next session, remember to raise my shield, because I forgot that you have to do that as an action in Pathfinder. You don't just, have that AP
Yep, you
buff.
do have to raise your shields and stuff like that, but it does give you the cool shield block ability as well, so there's
It does give me a cool shield block ability. So yeah. New character, starting to learn in, working through them.
We're all in that space as well. But you happy with where the direction Karn's taking?
I'm happy with the direction he's taking. Getting into the thick of things and taking the damage for our other people.
Nice. I actually was really excited and impressed when you took the blow from Logres as well.
Yeah.
That was actually really cool. I'm super keen on seeing more stuff like that, where the team's actually like kind of mitigating and dealing with stuff as a single unit. So that was really cool to see. So yeah, awesome. Trena, I know we can't hear you that well, but how do we go? You loved the session, loved that. You got to do the crit and you feel really strong and beat stuff up. That's amazing. Love that. Do you feel as though the character is going in the direction you wanted to take Trena? I know we obviously didn't get to hear too much of the vocalization and stuff like that, but I think with session 0 as well, it also helps because I also have an idea of where you're going with Trena. So even that bit where you were like, hey Logres, take a quick step back, dearie. Let me take a whack at this. It's not bossy, it's nurturing. I kind of get that. There's a certain vibe here of it. It's you're strong because you just happen to be, but it doesn't mean you're not still that very Nana kind of energy. So I think of, and I don't mean this to disregard anyone else's efforts and stuff, but I think of all the characters at the table, yours feels the most distinct, even though you didn't say anything or most stuff for today, which I think is a testament to a very well-built character. So you should be very proud of that. So yeah. Okay, Ulfrin. We met Ulfgren today for the first time as well. How do you feel Ulfgren went?
I love him. He's great.
What's that? Lucas loves dwarves? No way.
Yes, he does. Lucas does. It's true. But no, so I decided in the moment when we were talking, when I rolled that nat 20 on the religion check, that he is going to be a nerd about religions. Like that's his thing.
That was very cute.
Because Lucas is a nerd about religions, and I enjoy that sort of stuff.
Nice.
So I decided that was going to be his thing, and I was like, instead of like a typical, dwarf that I usually play, I'm going to make him get excitable about this one thing. So like he's just going to go on and get real into it, and then but he can get back to work when people are like, hey, calm down. Like when Karen's like, you need to take a step back, we got some stuff to do. He'll get back to work on that. And I do also need to remember to raise my shield too, because then I wouldn't have taken that hit.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna give you an extra little piece here. I would love to see Ulfgren become like a sly collector of ancient reliquies. So when you do find something of religious significance, you like do the super nerd thing. Like you maybe try to like scratch a piece of the wall off and keep it so you can like put it in a book or something. It's like or like. And I mean this in a horrible way, right? Like, that really shit tourist who doesn't really fully appreciate where they're at, but knows everything about it, like the people who,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I would love to see Ulfgren travel the world like this with that energy. It's excitable. It's fun. It comes from a good place, but at the same time, it's like, no, it's not my belief. I believe in Saren Ray and stuff like that, right? You believe in this ancient dead god, but, hey, the ancient dead gods, ancient and dead. No one gives a fuck. I'm going to take these candles and I'm going to, this mural's fucking amazing. You put a bit of paper on it and scratch a stencil on it, but you're so hard on it that you've actually scratched the mural itself, and you're just like, nice! And then you walk off, like...
The walls of his house are just covered in framed bits of tapestries and rubbings that he's taken and shadow boxes of various things just everywhere.
Yeah. It's like, oh man, I love that new crypt smell. Like just nerd.
Exactly.
Just nerd.
So you get me.
Yeah, I like that. That's very cool. I can't wait to see more of that happen. I definitely want to throw more of that stuff into you. You'll have plenty of stuff here. Definitely you'll have plenty of stuff here. And Satori, what about you with you, Kelly? How you feeling?
Because this is probably the first character, and I told you guys this, that I made the character around the character, not what mechanics I wanted to do. So this is going to be a new and interesting thing for me to learn, to play. And I do like that it seems like Satori and Ulfgren are gonna not butt heads, but he's the one she's gonna be wary of, which I like because Lucas and I always tend to play off of each other, so having to be opposite each other is also going to be new and interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What I did not like is that I didn't get to do fuck all because I'm always at the bottom of the order now.
Well, you say that. However, I think you had a really, really great session with a nonverbal NPC. And I think for me, that actually showcased like a huge difference in your play style between what you normally go for and what you are doing with this character. Because like you said, you're building it around the idea of a character, right?
Yeah.
And the value of that character is now showing in that work that you've put in. Like the moment that you met Yuri and the moment that you kind of had your interaction, go back and watch it. I didn't say shit about how Yuri was feeling or what Yuri was doing. I just did things like he glances over at the stones and you created the dialogue. You then said what he was saying. I didn't say shit, and you and I'm not typing to you. I'm not texting to you. That is the magic of having just that vividness of that character. And I love the fact that that's there. So what I'd love to see is you, like, while combat is great and stuff like that, and I know in the past the mechanics and stuff like that have been a very comfort space because, you know how those work. You have rules, you have parameters. So when you succeed in that field, you feel like, hey, I can succeed because I can visualize it. I want you to also start seeing stuff like even just that little conversation and interaction. That was beautiful. That's probably my favorite scene. Like, when Yuri shows up, there's a mild conflict. Reese dodges what looked like an attack, and Ulfgren jumps in to try and, defend everyone else. Then you come in, advocate for them, draw them in, have this weird, almost like father-daughter conversation with your friend, and then even that moment where he, kind of pushes you out of the way to kind of help you, and this creature comes out. I'm glad that scene went super quickly because it then jumped into almost immediately Ulfgren being like, oh, I'll take care of you. And Satori going like, no, I've got this. Every little piece of that for me was like, mwah, chef's kiss, fucking palpable, I more than anything, I agree with Logres. I would love to see that an interaction between Satori and Logres coming up next because I'm starting to now see, because you rejected Ulfgren's help, Ulfgren growing suspicious and, like that conflict you were describing happening. there's so much of Satori that's in this episode, and I hope you go back and watch it because fuck, it was so good. Very, very
I
good.
definitely enjoyed the story part of it. Yeah, I guess
I-
it is
I know-
the old me wanting to mechanically be useful, but yeah, I get it. Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean, think of it this way: mechanical usefulness is great in progress. The story stuff, you entertain everyone at the table. You know.
Mhm.
I mean, again, I play this game because I love doing it, but also I love getting entertained by shit like that. So you entertained me very, very greatly today, and thank you for entertaining me. As for myself, I think everything went super, super good. I couldn't agree more with where everyone's feelings and sentiments are. Again, combat, I don't know what the fuck everything was on. Every other fucking thing was a crit, which was nuts. That you do not see that happen, but I'm kind of glad we did. The battle is almost over. There's like one of these little bitey creatures that isn't injured, but the others are practically dead. But also, two of our characters are pretty injured too. Who this mysterious knight is going to come up in, and I cannot tell you guys how fucking amazing this twist is. So do not spoil this game by reading up on the books. Do not spoil the game by reading up or watching other live plays. There is a banger that is coming up for this group and for this table, and I cannot wait to see how our group handles the premises behind Tyrant's Grasp. We've already started seeding a few things, and I want to ask the group, does anyone have any guesses as to where the fuck you guys are?
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I have a bit of an idea too.
I don't
I'll let you
want to
go
say it
first.
because I could spoil it if I know if it's incorrect.
Well, no. I mean, it might be right, it might be wrong. I might even change it depending on what you say. So I mean,
I feel like we might be in the Gallows Spire itself.
Gallows Spire. Interesting. I like that. Good theory.
Dag, I'm learning about the world of Pathfinder each game I play, so I have no damn idea.
Fair.
Well, I thought that it said something about Roslar over the.
It did. The statement
so-
above it was... Sorry, it was over in this note here. There you go. The note said... Roslar, hero and paladin, at his well-earned rest.
Yeah, so I'm guessing we might be in Roslar's tomb.
And you're not just saying that because it says it right at the top where the map is?
I mean, I wasn't even looking at the top of the map, but
but good, I like that. Yes, no, absolutely. There's strong ties to Roslar and the tomb and stuff like that. I'm actually going to give you guys this because there is actually no way for you to understand or know this information. Now you've all failed it, but I want you as players to appreciate it, and the audience as well. The thing that they failed in terms of their knowledge checks about these people, the people is not the important bit. But Roslar actually had a group of warriors who were his attendants called the Red Shrike. Shrike? Yeah, the Red Shrike. And these individuals are implied to either be ancestors of our heroes or people who like destiny kind of put together in the same way that our heroes' destinies were put together. So these portraits and these memorabilia things, they're resemblances to people who were actual heroes in the resting place of Roslar. So when Roslar was put to rest in his tomb, he was put to rest with the people who the heroes, the Red Shrike, were here as well. So that's why you've kind of been summoned here to Roslar.
So it's kind of like a rebirth thing, like a rebirth of these old ancient itinerants,
or their spirits have summoned you to do something or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, there's some jimmity jammity stuff going on. But
Dag, are we the hero of time?
The hero of time. Maybe you go back in time and become the Red Shrike. Maybe you go and fight alongside Roslar, and then you start this whole campaign again. Maybe it's a whole time travel thing. I mean, who knows? We'll find out.
Oh no, I'm getting strange Aeons flashbacks.
Not again!
Not again!
All right.
I mean, that's
wobbly,
this table plus some people.
Yeah, no, that's very rare. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey nonsense. All right. Well, thank you guys for your feedback. Thank you guys for. Oh, sorry. Did anyone else want to take a guess as to where you guys are? I mean, obviously, like I said, Rosalot's Tomb is kind of like it's an answer for sure. But anyone else? Nope. Cool, fantastic.
No, sorry.
Yeah, no, and guys, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. We'll be back later on tonight for Gatewalkers, so be sure to tune in for that because that's going to be a lot of fun. And then tomorrow we are going to be back for No Place Like Home, which is our Starfinder game, which has been going super freaking well. Very, very keen as we have a bunch of different dramas that are unfolding onto that sci-fi game. Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you all. In the meantime, however, my name is Michael. I'm the Devil's Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. And until we meet again, stay safe, stay wonderful, be kind to each other because why the fuck not? It's free. And as always, game hard or die trying. Good night, guys.